I do want to touch on your question around some of the basic concepts around governance because it is important that when you are building machine learning and AI systems, because underneath AI, as I mentioned multiple times, you have those machine models, you want to be careful that you might introduce bias and ethical issues within your AI systems. And two reasons, without getting more into detail, I would love to have you go read my book, but two reasons how bias gets into AI system is via the data that was used to train the model, and also the algorithm you are using. That these two things do affect if there is bias in your AI systems. An AI system can become biased against certain groups, minorities, or marginalized communities, and you definitely want to avoid that. There have been some examples of justice system, financial systems that were using AI that made some decisions that were biased against certain minorities or certain groups. So it's important that you understand the data, you understand the algorithm, and make sure you test your system so it doesn't introduce any societal biases around age, gender, your sexual orientation, ethnicity, race, religion, disability, or your socioeconomic status. One example, there was an resume analyzer system that Amazon was using, which was biased against all the women resumes that were coming in and the woman candidates. So they scrapped that system and get rid. And one more system that is used quite a bit in the industry is in financial services. If you have an AI-based system that is processing loans, it can deny loans for certain groups or certain minorities. So you want to make sure you understand what your AI system is doing underneath the covers.